Welcome back to a very special episode of the Loan Officer Marketing Podcast. We have Lauren Maxwell on the show today. Lauren, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Chris. This will be fun.
This will be fun. This year, I believe I saw you at number 54 on the Scotsman guide. Congratulations. So tell us about you. You've got an incredible slogan. Let's start there.
Lauren loves loans, and I make money move.
I love it. And you're based in the Naples, Florida market. Is that right?
I am. That's where I have been for 37 years. But I'm also in Georgia and in many other states. But I would say I have 2 offices in Georgia now and about 5 employees there. So I'm trying to grow there too because I have a lake house there and I go there in the summers.
Life is good.
Life is good.
That is amazing. So tell me, I would love to hear your story because it's inspiring for new people joining, but also people that are in the industry in today's marketplace. So can you tell us your story of how you got into loans and how you got to where you are today?
Of course. So I have been doing this for over 38 years. It has been my only career since the day I got out of college.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I did get out of college at 19 because I started at 17. So I went to 2 years. I got my associate's degree. I got a job in the mortgage business, so I never went back. So when I interview people and they want to tell me, oh, my degree is here, I went to this school, and I'm like, I really don't care. Like, that is not important to me in this day and age. Okay.
Right.
I want to know how you deal with people.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how you treat people. I want to know how your brain works for selling. And if you know how to add. Okay. That's very important.
Okay. How many people with a university degree do you meet that have trouble with the math?
Most. So I still, even with I still have one daughter in high school. My other kids are in their 30s, but I'm always somebody when I train them, and we would drive when they were little, it would be, okay, if you have 5 M&Ms and I give you 6 chiclets, how many do you have? Like, math was instilled from the time they were 3 years old. So important. You need it for everything. Okay?
You need it for everything.
So I was a loan officer. Got hired to do sales. It was in Boston, Massachusetts. I knew nothing about mortgages. I thought Fannie Mae was a candy. I had no idea what they were talking about. I was 19 years old, pretty fit in shape, kind of cute, and I would get deals. However, if I took in 10 deals, maybe an average of 2 would close. Because I didn't know what I was doing. Nobody trains you when you're a salesperson. They don't talk about guidelines. They don't do anything that they do today where you can learn. We didn't have to be licensed. Okay. Needless to say, I did that for a year and a half. I made $60,000. I thought I was rich. And when I tell you I thought I was really rich, you're talking about, remember, we're in the 80s. Okay. I moved to Florida the end of 88, got settled and decided, you know what? I really want to learn this from the ground up. And I took a job in a bank making $17,000 a year as a processor. And it was the best career move I ever did. It was in the beginning of 89. And from there, I was a processor. I was a building processor. I was an ops manager. I was a closer. I was an underwriter. I did everything. I was an in-house lender. And I ended up going to Centex Homes, which was CTX Mortgage. Okay. And I did everything. I grew them. And then I went to Pulte Homes in 1994. And in February of 96, I had a mentor who found me. His name was Gene Swindell. Unfortunately, he's dead now, but he came into my office and said, I've heard about you. You're an in-house lender. You're wasting your talents. I'm going to teach you how to open a retail branch. Buy a building so that your company rents from you and you're never going to look back. And as of February of 96, so Rome didn't happen overnight. So you're talking May of 87, graduated college, right? Through February of 96, I did every job possible in the mortgage industry.
Wow.
I can tell you that I never looked back, and since 96, so let's just say as of 1998, I have not really never closed less than 50 million a year. And in the last 10 years, I don't think less than 150 million a year. So people, that being said, love what you do, but learn every aspect of it, because you
Mm,
can never appreciate. And anybody I know that is really successful, 90% of them have had similar experiences and not just been sales right off the bat.
yep. Yeah, I could not agree more because confidence sells. And confidence comes from the knowledge of understanding the business and understanding the process and all of those wonderful things. So, Lauren, looking at today's market, because boy, mortgages and real estate, it's moving so fast. What is your advice to somebody in today's market on how they should go get that knowledge? Like if you were starting all over again now, or you have a junior LO that comes to your office that comes under your mentorship and is lucky to do so, what would your advice to them be?
Well, if they're already working for me, they're in the right place. Okay. So, but if they, I get a lot of phone calls because everybody goes and gets their license, right?
Mhm.
Every, realtor I know, I mean, they have a kid, an aunt, an uncle, a brother, a sister, a husband, a wife. I said, go work for a bank.
Hmm.
Go get 2 years experience in a bank. They'll at least give you a salary,
Yeah.
right? It might be 40,000, whatever it is. You're going to learn the lingo, you're going to learn knowledge, and then you're going to learn not what to do when you come into retail. But at least you're going to have, it's so hard to just learn from, from scratch from a, from somebody who's up there.
Yep.
Um, I mean, it is. And it's hard to learn when you've never heard any of it. You can't just read a book. So
Yep.
I really believe that working for these banks, they have great programs.
Yep.
And some of my best loan officers come to me after they're in a bank. So they
Yeah.
know all the lingo. Their world gets opened up when they don't understand. Now we have all the products and the service, and now you can close loans in 20, 25 days on a regular basis. That's, and never to say no. So I never take no for an answer. You can give me any reason why you shouldn't buy a house right now, and I'm going to tell you why you should.
Yep.
I don't care if the rates are 16%. I am going to tell you why you should buy. So
That's
that's also, and that you build your confidence when you learn what not to do in a bank,
yep.
and surround yourself, no Debbie Downers. I don't care if it's your family or for your spouse. I'm telling you, get divorced and run far away. Because if you have a Debbie Downer, it's hard to be successful. Only surround yourself with people who pick you up and who want to do things and who want to grow and who want to learn. Very
Yep.
important. I mean, the first thing that I do, especially as you get older, look at, you don't do it in your 20s. So I'm going to save you guys 20 years. Get rid of them now. I waited a long time, but nobody can be in my world. Once I meet somebody and then they want to contact me and they want to be friends and, they're negative, I'm out. I'm
Yep.
really nice about it, but I don't need new friends. I
That's
have
right.
plenty of friends. If I'm going to add you to my friend and my world, you're going to be a positive person. I'm going to want to be around you.
100%. And I think in the business that we're in and being entrepreneurs, your mindset is everything. Having that ability to get up every day and win has to be protected at all costs.
Yeah.
So, Lauren, in today's market, because again, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of shiny objects in the mortgage industry. Somebody comes to you, what's your marketing plan for them? Where does the majority of the business actually come from in the mortgage industry?
So mine is from referral.
Yes.
But I still, even after all this time, I still do events every week. I show up to everything that goes on in the world of where I live. So, for instance, last week, I was with one of our biggest real estate partners, 1,200 realtors. I'm at an event all day long. I had my computer there. I spoke for a little bit. We had, some great speakers there, Ricky Caruth, and then I had happy hour for them. So another 100 people showed up at happy hour.
Yep.
The next morning, I was working all day. The next afternoon, I had Real Producers. Have you heard of Real Producers?
No.
It's amazing. They have the top real estate agents in the areas, and we do events for them. They're in magazines, and they're all different sponsors. I'm the main sponsor. So we had that event. 330 realtors showed up to an event from 5 to 8. I had to leave at 7:40 because I was the main sponsor of our Bayshore of the Arts District in East Naples, and I was actually going on a runway at 8 o'clock. So literally, so I'm always part of something. So try to never say no to your community as well as its building. And I still do lunch and learns. I do breakfasts. any event I am part of. I want that Maxwell name. So if you want to grow in your community, sponsor baseball teams, show up at events, go to real estate trainings. I don't care if you know everything. You go there because you want to meet new people.
That's right.
And so for me, it's grown now that I have realtors who call me saying, some of them that 10 years ago might have snubbed me. Now they're coming in and going, can we have a meeting? I need you.
Yep.
Because don't ever think that you're less than a real estate agent, because they need you, believe it or not, as much, if not more, than you need them. So
Yep.
don't give away your power, because let's face it, especially I love government loans. I love first time home buyers. Of course, I'm doing $1 million loan and a $5 million loan. I do them all. However, most agents work with people who need mortgages. I don't care where you live or what you say. People always say to me, you live in Naples, most people are cash. Well, how have I already closed 50 loans for $18 million for, last month? It's just not true. I'm one person in my team. We do over 130 loans a month. So we're
Yep.
one little team. So everybody needs somebody, and they can't just get Rocket Mortgage or your local Chase Bank or Fifth Third Bank. Truthfully, those should be your biggest friends, because they'll get, you can, if you're with a good company, you can override anything they do. They do not know how to put deals together.
Yep.
So if you're new in the industry, or if you're with a company that's not supporting you, that doesn't do trainings, that doesn't show you all the new programs, that's not there to support you, you're going to fail. I don't care if you're the best salesperson in the world. You have to be with a great company. And there's
Yep.
truthfully probably only a handful of them out there.
Yep. And so, Lauren, that's so interesting, because one of our great relationships was turn downs from credit unions. And we met those credit unions at local events, face to face, shaking hands. They're with the real estate agents, we're with the real estate agents, but it's not just networking with the real estate agents and seeing them as a competitor. It's we're all in this together. Like, you can be networking and building relationships with all of those referral partners as well. That's so strong.
I even hire loan officers from different events that we do. I meet them, and we keep in touch, and eventually, if I like them and I start talking to them, I'm hoping that they'll come work for me. But yes, anybody, you can meet anybody, and everybody is going to need a mortgage at some point. Get in touch with your local state and find out about down payment assistance programs. For years, believe it or not, up until 5 years ago, I never even did a down payment assistance program. So now that a market people talk about being slow, I started doing them and I love them. Yes, I know it takes a little more time, but for every down payment assistance program you get 3 other referrals, because we're all over social media. I hired a business concierge. She goes to closings, then she puts it on our business page, and we tell the story. It's not just a number of a person. There's a story behind every first time home buyer. And people are excited. They're proud of it. And especially when people who have lower credit, because you have lower credit and you get somebody in a house, or even if they have a 640 and you get them in for no money,
Yep.
Other people see and they go, oh my God, those people, I know they have bad credit. I know they don't have a pot to piss in. If she got them a mortgage, she can get a mortgage for me. And
That's
I
right.
get so much business piggybacking off of those conversations on social media.
That is amazing. So I think the core fundamental is realtor relationships, events, always in front of the realtors. Every chance you get, be in front of the realtors, the qualified ones, the unqualified ones, just be in the real estate community. And now database marketing, the closings.
I have
The
more.
content.
No. I
Come
have
on,
more.
come on.
Anybody you meet at a restaurant, your server, your delivery person. I get Amazon packages every day, FedEx packages, whatever. I go to Georgia. I have people who deliver, and I'm like, do you own a house? So if they go, yes, I go, how many? They go, one. I go, how long? And they go, I've owned it for 3 years. I go, all right, well, you're 2 behind, because I can teach you how to buy a home for 5 years, 5 homes in 5 years. So you can help people and guide them, but talk to everybody, because let's just say they really don't want to do it. They know somebody who wants to. So
Yep.
the fact that you're asking, and they don't want to, a lot of people don't want to have to walk into a bank. They're afraid, they're scared. So where you're going, let me help you buy a house. I have
Yep.
bad credit. That's okay. I can help you. I don't have
Mm.
money. That's okay. I have programs for you. Don't ever, I have a lot of money, but I don't file taxes. I have programs for you. Don't you worry. Okay. Never take no for an answer.
Yep. That is amazing. Every day is an opportunity. So, oh man, there's so much here, Lauren. The database side of things. What does the intentional focus on the database look like to generate referrals from past customers?
So ours is actually built into my company. You know, I am with the largest lender in the country, Cross Country Mortgage. So ours is built in. So my clients, I set it up where they hear from me every month, whether it's me saying, hey, are you interested in a HELOC? Do you need any extra money to pay off these 20% credit cards? And I have to tell you, since we started doing second mortgages and HELOCs, I close about $1 million a month just in those deals.
Wow.
That's where, you know, if you're not with a company that offers that, you're losing out.
Yep.
So, or how about, hey, we have a renovation home. You don't want to give up your 2.5 or 3%. Do you want renovation money? Do you want to add a bathroom? Do you want to fix up your kitchen? Do you want to get rid of your carpet? Do you need a new roof, new air conditioning? Keep in touch. Do you have any family members? Your family relocating to Florida? Don't they want to live here in the sunny state, be by a beach? Can you refer me anybody? Happy birthday, happy anniversary. How are your kids? Keep in touch. You can't do it alone. You have to be with a company that provides that service that has a phenomenal marketing department. And we do.
I could not agree more. And the looking at the opportunities for the refis, but actually marketing them. It's not just the the recipes of the month and that sort of thing. Like actually selling to the database through value of this will help you. You need to
no recipes for me. I don't know how to cook. So anybody who would know me know that it was fake. I told you I cook money. But yeah, really trying to help people get in a better I mean, right now, take advantage of it because you know how many people that really need money. I mean, the credit cards are not 3% and 4%. There's very few 0% anymore. So these credit cards, you know, over those last 4 years, 20%, and people have really needed to live on that. We're trying to really get seconds. And, you know, when we have programs that go up to 90% CLTV and a 639 credit score. I mean, these things really make a difference. We can help, we can change lives.
Yep. And record amounts of equity too. So
lots of equity.
Yeah, it's a storm. And I think we're going to have a great year.
We're going to have a good year. And being honest with people, I have people who call me because they have it 7.5 and they're like, hey, I think, you know, we can get 6.49 and we could, but for them, you know, some of the loan amounts are small. I'm like, for $106 a month and the fees we have to pay, let's wait, let's watch it, let's get you all approved, but let's wait because I surely don't want to put somebody in a position where they're going to want to do it in 3 months from now. I'm not money motivated. I still get excited on every deal, whether it's a USDA loan, a bond loan, a Hometown Heroes loan. I like it. I just am really happy about having people have that home ownership.
Yeah, that's amazing. So this is out of my own personal curiosity. So you mentioned fixing up the house. Are you networking with plumbers, electricians, all of the home services contractors as well to get referrals from those?
I'm not. I'm not saying it's not a good idea. I mean, remember, you're talking to somebody who's been doing this now 38 years, so I don't have to go after that business. But if I was growing, I would want to. I'd want to go after the general contractors or the ones watch your social media, see who is doing that work, because people do need money for that. Or pool companies. Pool companies will do the loan, but then they want to get paid off. So then we could do those mortgages to get those pools paid off. You know, so accountants, I talk to accountants, CPAs, financial planners, attorneys. I have attorneys who call me at divorce tables negotiating all the time so one can buy the other one out. Those are people that are more in my wheelhouse. Of course, realtors are my main, you know, bread and butter, and they're awesome. So just being available. Guys, answer your phone.
No.
Don't just text. If a realtor is calling you, answer your phone. If you get a message, all right, I'm still old school, guys. I'm a message girl. I never leave here until every person's called back and every email is answered. And that's so important. People are like, oh my God, I just never expected an answer. I'll get, I can't believe you're actually calling me back. I figured it would be one of your LOAs. And yeah, I have 3 of them and they're here to help me and assist me. But anytime I pick up the phone, if I'm here, I am answering. Phone Adding machine. I'm an adding machine girl. When I tell you old school, files for all my updates to review every day.
Oh man, that's amazing.
I am not paperless, and I'm proud of it.
Awesome. And look at that handwriting. That was like, wow, that's awesome.
This is called a really great executive assistant who prints me my updates for every processor so we know when to lock and what we need to do. Um,
Amazing.
but again, be in touch. And yes, you can have LOA. I don't care. Look I do 200 million a year. That doesn't mean I don't call my realtors. I don't call my clients, even a 500 credit score client. I'm not going to give up on that. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to have one of my LOAs call and go over a simulator, say, hey, listen, you're not ready today. However, this is what we can do. So let's have a plan. Let's keep in touch. Let's touch base in 90 days, 120, whatever the number is and how long it's going to take to get them to that finish line. Don't give up on anyone because you just never know how many loans you'll end up doing for the same client.
Oh, yeah, and friends and family and coworkers and all of the other that comes from it. So, Lauren, thank you for being so generous with your time. I'm very interested in the technology side of things. So we have artificial intelligence now that picks up the phone if it doesn't get picked up. I believe that voicemail is a thing of the past. Phone should always be picked up and should always be picked up by a person, but in our industry, it's just not always possible. So we have AI that picks up the phone, gives a great service, and then if needed, transfers to somebody who understands, hey, when that phone rings, that's the bat phone that has to be answered, but AI is in the middle. So we never lose somebody to voicemail or that experience. And I'm very interested in speaking to leaders in the industry like you about technology. What do you think is gonna, like, what do the next 2 years look like? And does it matter?
I don't use AI for that, just so you know, because we answer the phones and then mine goes to a Ring Central. So I get it on my cell phone. And I'll have people go, oh my God, I just left you a message 14 seconds ago and it's 8:30 at night. If I'm there and I'm not with my kids, I'm calling, my husband, if we're not in an intense conversation, I'm calling them back while I'm sitting there. I like that. So again, we answer the phones while we're here. I have two receptionists because I get a lot of walk-in people as well. So I have people who are copying. So I have two people always at the front. So for me, I answer the phones. The only thing for AI I do is I've learned to sound much more intellectual on answering emails, whether I'm mad, sad, neutral, instead of me going like I had a title company yesterday who didn't get a clear. We're not closing till Monday, and she didn't get figures yet yesterday, and she canceled the seller. So I didn't use AI. I should have. I'm like, what are you, the title Nazi? I do speak what's on my mind, so I really try to use that when I'm talking to people. It makes me so much better. That's what I use AI for. I am going to start looking into some social media with using some AI on pictures and videos. Every year I try to do things different and change it around. So that is my goal for 26. I'm not quite there yet because I'm still super crazy busy and I have a lot of events to do, but that will be my next year's goal.
That is amazing. That is incredible. Lauren, final thoughts to the mortgage industry, all of our loan officers out there. What's your guiding principle or a philosophy that you have that has served you well in your career that you think other loan officers could benefit from?
Under promise, over deliver. Don't run away when problems come up. Get to the root of it. Call your realtor, call the client. Guys, listen, we were trying not to get you involved. We cannot get your, employer, we need you. Or, hey, I'm so sorry. You had an inquiry. Did you really co-sign for your son for a $700 a month car payment? Get them involved right away. Let's be solution based. We had somebody who left their job. They left their job after a clear to close when we just did our verbal. They didn't tell us, and we're all excited because we're 2 weeks out. We're early, and they thought that they could sneak it through. Guess what? We delayed the closing. He got a new job. We got our offer letter. Don't give up. Let everybody know and be there. Be solution based. Don't be negative. Don't be Debbie Downer.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right.
Guys, we have a problem, but guess what? Let's fix it together. Let's get on the phone. But don't run. Even if you don't understand, if you're working for a company that's not there to help you and guide you to do this, how to save loans, guess what? Run. And actually call me.
There we go. Lauren, how do people get a hold of you?
I am at Lauren at maxwellmortgageloans.com or 239-254-2260. Very easily. I'm very approachable. I'm accessible, and I'd love to have a conversation.
And all of that information will be in the show notes for all of our wonderful listeners. And again, Lauren, thank you so much for being so generous with your time. Thank you for being on the show, sharing your knowledge. It was a true honor, and thank you.
You're welcome. Have fun, you guys, and anytime.
To all of our listeners, if that's not worth a 5-star rating and review, I don't know what is. If you're on social, make sure you hit like, comment, and share. Save this to your email. And if you've got this in an email, forward it to somebody you care about in the mortgage industry, because we are all better together. My name is Chris Johnstone. I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you, Lauren.